The captain returned to the cockpit and instantly fell asleep. The newly assigned first officer was stunned and was about to wake him, but the chief flight attendant stopped him. She explained that this was just the captain's usual flying style. Fortunately, the flight remained stable for a long time, but just as they were preparing to land, an unexpected crisis occurred. The aircraft's hydraulic system suddenly malfunctioned, and the violent turbulence threw passengers into panic. In the chaos, the only one who remained calm was the captain, who had just been awakened. He immediately issued orders to the chief flight attendant, telling her to ensure all passengers fastened their seatbelts. Then he personally took control of the aircraft, but in the very next moment, the plane completely lost control and began plummeting toward the ground. The captain ordered the first officer to pull the control column immediately, yet the descent continued unabated. He urgently contacted the control tower and declared a state of emergency. To reduce the rate of descent as much as possible, he ordered fuel to be dumped to lighten the aircraft. Then he instructed the first officer to lower the landing gear and began preparing for an emergency landing. However, the plane was now falling almost vertically. A standard landing was no longer possible. The ground and surrounding buildings outside the cockpit windows were becoming frighteningly clear. In order to avoid causing casualties on the ground, the captain made a bold decision. He sharply turned the control column, tilting the aircraft at an extreme angle. He was actually attempting to fly the plane upside down. With the full cooperation of the first officer and the crew, the aircraft successfully inverted. The terrifying descent finally slowed, but at that moment, the plane had almost no fuel left, and the engines completely shut down. The captain made another snap decision. He abandoned the original landing plan and decided to crash land in a large empty field below. Just when everyone thought they had a chance, a building suddenly appeared ahead of the clearing. Avoiding it was nearly impossible. The captain fought desperately with the controls, but the wing still slammed into the structure. The aircraft lost balance and plunged into the grassy field. Fortunately, the fuel had already been dumped in advance, so no explosion occurred. In the end, every passenger on board was successfully rescued.